in. Hey everyone, it's Sensei Victoria Whitfield here, your journey partner in business, welcoming you back to episode 188 of the Journeypreneur Podcast. This is your source for channeled holistic stress management techniques, guidance, inspiration, and motivation from the best to stay on your path to rapid financial ascension and massive impact as a conscious entrepreneur. So in this podcast episode, I get to introduce you to an amazing new friend of mine that I met through the podcasting world. His name is Chip Baker. You can find him on social media at Chip Baker TSC. Welcome to the podcast, brother. How you feeling?
I'm great. Thanks so much for having me. I've been looking forward to being on with you, and I'm ready to get it.
Let's do it. I love it. I love it. So everyone, I got to be on Chip's podcast as well, sharing my story as a success story in business. And so it's wonderful to get to have him over here and really share his half of what's been going on in his world. So with that being said, Chip, this may be the very first time that someone is getting to see you, hear you, know about you. And so with that being said, could you share what it is that you do, but especially what are the three things that you're known for? Could you tell us?
So myself, Chip Baker, I'm a fourth generation educator, teacher, former coach, blessed and fortunate to be raised by some great people, as well as be around some awesome folks to learn from in my career. And so I've been truly blessed. About 5 years ago, I started the YouTube channel and podcast, Chip Baker, The Success Chronicles. And it's been a really neat journey, really grown, truly far surpassed anything I ever thought it would be. And so it's been a true blessing, grateful for that. And so I'm looking at the three things that I think that I'm known for. I think one would be inspiration. I strive to inspire. I know that I feel that I'm blessed to be a blessing. And so I try to operate in that manner on a day-to-day basis. The second thing is motivation. Just like the quote says, people wonder about motivation. You got to have it every day, just like bathing, Zig Ziglar, right? And so I think it's important to have motivation. And then the third thing is just positivity. And, I like to tell people that my blood type is B positive, right? And I try to stay away. I try to stay away from the people with the blood type of O negative, right? So those are the three things that I hope that I am known for: inspiration, motivation, and positivity. That's good, right?
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I'm gonna have to quote you on that. That's amazing. Like, I'm definitely taking a chip off of the old block right there.
Let's go.
Oh, that was so good. And and I agree with those three things, right? That definitely embodies your energy and how I've gotten to experience you also, and seeing celebrating others. And with that, I'm curious, what inspired you? Like, so you've been a coach, like you come from educators, and was there something in particular that inspired you to start your business 5 years ago? Did something happen? Like, what was the epiphany? Could you tell us?
Well, for me, I realized that, like I said earlier, I've been really blessed and fortunate to be raised by some great people, and then be around some awesome folks in my life and my career to learn from, people that would look out for me, people that showed me love, people that cared for me, and would put me in situations where they would say, hey, I'm going to teach you how to do this because you're probably going to have to do this sometime, and like when you have people in your life that will do those things, it's a great feeling. Right. And so I know what that feels like. And so I've just tried to return the favor, and do my part in the positive ripple effect to make our world a better place. And so like I said, about 5 years ago, I was thinking about all of that and reflecting, and I just put the things together that I love. Like, I love music, I love people, I love building relationships with folks, I love helping, I love giving service, and so I just kind of jumbled all of those things together. And, I knew I had amazing conversations with people all the time. And so I just couldn't keep it to myself. Like I had to share it to help other people because it was so beneficial to me. And so, like I said, I started doing that, and little did I know it would grow at a crazy rate. And, since then, life coach, traveling and speaking, a multiple time best-selling author, and lots of different things have come from that just by taking one step to show appreciation and give back to others. Great things have come to me in an amazing way. And now, I can say, I say this often, I've been catching myself saying this often the last few months, man, it is the season of blessings. Great things are continuing to flow and continuing to happen, but it all just started with taking that one step to show appreciation and give to others.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's the seed of greatness, having a
Yeah.
heart, and I'm so happy to get to celebrate with you all of the
Yes.
blessings that are raining back, right? It's as how do you say, as praises go up, blessings come down, and so
Come
it's
on.
wonderful, powerful feedback loop that is just natural to see that the blessings come as you are celebrating, right, or you're giving back from which you have received. And I know that there are a lot of our listeners who can definitely identify with that, like that feeling the blessing in showing up to serve, like feeling the blessing in showing up to give. What is the name of the book is Giver's Gain.
Oh, yes.
And so, and there are some of our community right here on the Journeypreneur podcast. Like, we are a community of entrepreneurs that are on that journey to really serve our purposes and really lift up others. And what can happen along the journey is sometimes like you get thrown for a loop,
Mm-hmm.
or there may be unexpected challenges. I mean, last year is a great example of one. So with the pandemic and everything like that. And so I wanted to ask you, for the members of our community who may be at a challenge point on their journey, like on behalf of them, I want to ask you, was there any point in your ascension, right, in your development of this
Uh-huh.
movement that you're leading, was there any point that you, like, it was challenging or you could have thrown in the towel but you didn't? Like, what did you tell yourself? What happened? How did you make it through?
Well, the short answer to that is every day. you know, like every day is an opportunity to quit, right? But also in that, every day is an opportunity to take the blessings from the lessons and grow through what you go through.
Mm-hmm.
Catch that. Grow through what you go through, right? And what I mean by that is it's a choice whether you're going to grow from it, because there's a purpose behind everything if you have the proper perspective, right? So what you want to do is grow through that, find out, okay, what is it that I can learn from this that will allow me to be better on the other side of this? And then when you do that, you start to look for intentional growth. You start to see that, these things are happening because of this. You start to see, it's like, I don't know, like the athlete perspective, like when you're a freshman, things seem so fast when you play sports, but then as you get older, the game slows down. Like it doesn't slow down, but it slows down mentally because you've learned so much, and reps make you better. So we have to attack each challenge and know that the way that we look at it determines our success on the other side of it. And so I seek for opportunities uh, to where, I may want to throw in the towel because I know that on the other side of, ooh, hold on, get ready, Sensei. Hey, I know, I had to warn you on this. Hey, I know that on the other side of that struggle, I'm going to develop and get stronger in my strength. Right. And now I can turn that strength into my superpower. Come on, man, let's go. I can turn that into my superpower. And then now I can use that strength to be such a blessing to so many people in our world. And that's what I'm striving to do in my life every moment of each day. And so, just we're on here, we're talking about the good, but there's a whole lot of things that I've had to grow through in my life. And there's a whole lot of things that I've grown through and said, hey, as a family, we ain't doing that no more. Right. Hey, as a man in my family, like the men in my family will be better because we do this, and those are things that I had to grow through that I could have threw in the towel and said, well, that's what we do. I haven't met any people that's authors, or, I don't know anybody that do all of those things. If I'd have limited myself, then I wouldn't be on this interview here with you, Sensei.
Yeah. Oh man,
Come
that's
on.
good.
Come on.
That was so good. Chip, you're on fire, brother.
Let's go.
This is so what I'm celebrating and what I heard, among many things, for one, that's fire. Grow through what you go through. I see
Come on.
you got your go get it hat, your go get it shirt. You need to grow through what you go through. Sure, that was fire. That was fire.
And really that's the title of my first book.
Ah, yes.
Right. So I'm currently 6 books in, about to drop my 7th one, this next coming up here soon. But the title of my very first book was Growing Through Your Go Through.
Right on. Incredible. So that's fire.
Thank you.
And what I'm also celebrating that was powerful in what you said is you seek out the opportunities that you could throw in the towel, because it grows your strength and that turns it into your superpower, your ability to see it through. Like that is so powerful. Rather than running from challenges, instead seeing them as growth opportunities, learning opportunities, and leaning in towards them. That was amazing.
Thank you. And it's a perspective shift. You have to shift your perspective. I mean, and this is a quote by Inky Johnson. I love this. He said, how you view what you do will always affect how you do what you do. Right. So if you look at it as an opportunity to throw in the towel, well, guess what it's going to be? It's going to be an opportunity to throw in the towel. Well, if you look at it as an opportunity to, hey, I can learn from this, I can get better from this, then, like I said, then that makes you seek for those opportunities. And then again, reps make you better. And then now you get to the point you build that confidence, right? And you do it more. And then next time you're like, hey, come on, sucker, let's go. I'll hit you in the mouth. You get ready, like, come on, bring it on. You're ready to fight,
Yeah.
But you gain that confidence by attacking each rep. Every opportunity that you get to have, that you only if you limit yourself, you limit yourself.
And that's the essence of resistance training.
Yes.
Growing stronger through bearing through the resistance, allowing the edge, right? Allowing musculature to tear open so that new life, new levels can reveal through the healing of what was torn open. That tearing open was your former limit. And now here comes a new you coming through. And so just this is fire. I'm so honored and grateful. And I have a spirit of celebration. I am actually an ordained celebrant. And so I bring that spirit to business as well. So with that being said, Chip, where are we going to celebrate you? Because there's my people listening in right now who are feeling the same thing of like, that was fire. I need to go tell somebody, or I need to go see more about Chip. Where do I leave a 5-star review? Tell us all the places. Don't hold back.
I will. So again, I just want to say thank you so much for the opportunity to be with you on your platform. I consider it an honor and a privilege to hang with you and share with you. But people can find me. All of my social media is Chip Baker TSC, as in the Success Chronicles, except for Twitter. And Twitter is Chip Baker 19. And so, just like you said, I asked it, the normal things like follow, subscribe, rate, comment, all of those things, but bigger than that, I learned a long time ago that like, it ain't about me, right? I learned it a long time ago in my life. And so if you go on any of the social medias or see anything that you like and someone that you love comes to mind or heart, I ask that you would just share it with them to help make their world a better place. And so, just like I said, I speak, a life coach, I books. We're dropping our newest book, The Impact of Influence, Volume 2, coming soon. And so we dropped the first one. We won't call it Volume 1 because we didn't know we were doing the Volume 2, but we just call it the first one. we dropped the first one in March, and it hit 11 categories, #1 bestseller on Amazon. And so grateful for that, rave reviews on that. And so we're about to drop Volume 2. And so, if you are a reader looking for inspiration, motivation, and positivity, then please go check those out.
I love it. Incredible. Chip,
Thank you.
You're so multi-talented and you're so positive. It's just such an honor and a pleasure to get to visit with you on this, brother. Thank you for coming onto the podcast.
Like, y'all have Chick-fil-A's out there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So like Chick-fil-A, my pleasure. Let's go.
I love it. So fabulous. So fabulous. Oh, on that note, I'll turn it over to our listeners. Hey, everyone. If this is your first time listening to the Journeypreneur Podcast, welcome. Thank you for coming. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on iTunes so you get the notifications first every time one of these new episodes is syndicated. And while you're there, leave us a 5-star review, because in the 5-star review box, there's where you can tell us, what did Chip say that really made your day? Tell me exactly what spoke to your heart and blessed your mind. Not only does that celebrate Chip and really spread more of his message in the world, but that also lets our greater community know that this podcast is one that is chock full of inspiration. And that may be the one thing that someone needed to hear to get them through their day and help them stay on their journey in business. With that, I'm going to tie a lovely bow on this podcast episode the same way we do every time. Please remember to enjoy the journey. You do not have to lose your glow as you grow in life and business. And we'll see you in the next podcast episode. Bye, everyone.